Okay, so folks, get prepared for a blast from the past. This video, which we are about to watch, was my childhood. Like, I'm not even joking. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joey Turner's Game Show Carnival. Well, the second one. And this this video. Oh my goodness, this video. It made my childhood. Absolutely. Just incredible video. Made by the legendary Joey Turner himself. And also starring the Wilsonator, but a little bit bigger than that. So you have... So in this, he actually managed to get Christian Potenza from Total Drama Island in this. It's quite insane to think about, but this is... If you don't remember this, then you do not deserve to watch this reaction. I'm sorry, but it's true. Like, honestly, only the most elite of Thomas fans will remember this and laugh along with this, because this is pure early 2010s Generation Z humor. This is pure, like, that kind of humor. And... well, is it even Generation Z or Millennial? Like, it's just like, it's full on, like, early 2010s, 2000s. It's that kind of humor, that kind of sharp-witted, fast, animated kind of humor. And I just remember laughing my arse off to it when I was a kid. Like, so it'd be interesting. That's part of the reason why I wanted to do this reaction, to see, like, how my adult mind would kind of react to this now, since I've kind of... Because originally, like, when I was a kid, I remember not liking the whole, like, 2010s, like, animation kind of movement. It was just so... It was so strange to look at. It was much sharper, more angular, more fast-paced, more colourful, and it was just, like... It was kind of all over the place, but, okay, this isn't actually animation, but in terms of, like, pacing and, like, style, humor, this is very, very similar to that. So it's interesting kind of seeing someone who's opened up more to that, because... I've become very nostalgic for the 2010s. I know, considering it was basically last decade, I've become very nostalgic for the 2010s. Like, a lot of stuff happened in the 2010s. But, oh my god, this video, oh my god, this video was ridiculous back in the day, just in terms of quality and just in terms of ingenuity. This video is something else, and... let's see if it holds up, really. That's all I can say. Drop the video a like if you enjoy, subscribe to the channel too, and let me know if you remember this. And let me know kind of what your first reaction to this was. Oh, like, when you first saw it, when you, what you thought of it, like, how did you, and, like, what was kind of anything that you like, remember? Do you actually, basically just, are you that OG that you remember this? Okay? So let's get a move on. So, Tomy, Thomas and Friends, Game Show Carnival 2, Rooftop Stranded, guest starring Christian Potenza. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, right.
The Sam and Max book as well.
I have
Classic.
been instructed to tell you that the following episode contains scenes of utter stupidity, insanity, and stuff that will turn your mind into pudding. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Enjoy!
It's one thing I do love about Joey Turner. It's just, it feels like he's just being himself on camera. I just love it. Like, any character he plays, he's just being himself. What was that show? I actually did not know what that show was. Like, the one at the final frame. Yeah, my fellow's just waiting, just lying by the door. Poor thing. I wanna be famous.
This episode of Game Show Carnival contains scenes of extreme and insane stunts performed by animated engines. Do not, and I cannot stress that enough, do not try any of what you see here at home. Seriously, you could get really messed up.
That is a parody of... I've seen a little bit of Total Drama Island. That last bit, seriously, you could get really messed up. Like, I've seen that. That's a very clever kind of nod.
Ladies, gentlemen, transvestites, and people of all pant sizes, welcome to the climactic return of Gameshow Carnival!
He's such a showman to alternator, I love it.
If you don't know the plot by now, kiss it. And now,
I don't actually know the plot of it, so it's like...
Toby!
Hi, everybody!
Hi, Dr. Nick. Just so you know, there'll probably be a lot of quoting in this. I'm that kind of nostalgic for this. There'll be a lot of quoting.
But unfortunately, he's not important enough. So here's the only celebrity our -$2 could afford. He's the host of Total Drama Railway, and is the only known creature who feeds on attention more than our blue star billing bastard, Chris McTrain!
Yeah, this was released back when Hit was just force-feeding us Thomas every opportunity they could. Like, honestly, just... This is back when it's, like, proper, like, CGI, late model era, and it was just... All it was... Thomas was just in every single episode.
Well, Kaloo-Kalay, every peoples! I'm your beloved host, Chris McTrain!
Because I think he said in, like, a commentary how he actually, like, entered a competition, and that's for, like, Christian Potenza to... An online competition for Christian Potenza to enter into one of, enter into a competition. Enter into one of your projects, I think. And he actually won the competition. Well, I don't think he won, but I think Christian Potenza liked what he saw, and so actually wanted to actually be involved. But it's huge that he's managed to get this.
Chris!
What did he say? Wish!
I thought I told you there's only one room for one star billing Prince Wannabe!
I'm not gonna lie, like, a lot of people, I see a lot of, like, I've seen a lot of, like, episodes where they actually make hands for the engines out of the buffers, like, they just stretch out. Here is the only time it works, I'm just saying. This is probably the only time where it will work.
Apparently I wasn't gonna do this, but my agent says I gotta make at least one appearance in some amateur-ass sort of game show. I seriously need to get a new agent.
Didn't I see you get into a slap fight with some old lady last week?
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch!
You suck.
I was desperate! Alright, let's get this bloodbath started. So,
I miss this kind of content, man. Just so random humor. Like, and it's just put together so masterfully. Like, you think it's kind of random, but it's paced so freaking well.
Show work.
It is simple, little Cowboy. My game's called Rooftop Stranding.
Alright, very interesting.
Roll credits.
But how does it work?
Well, we get 8 of the others stranded on top of a shed
Suckers.
roof. The rules,
Ha,
you
suckers.
leave or get pushed off the roof.
Hello, sucker!
Oh yeah, and the fun part, they think they're playing for $1 million, but they're really playing for this old potato chip I found in the stand.
You're sick.
Sick boy. One thing I will say, I'm very good at memorizing, like, quotes from stuff. I'm very good at memorizing quotes, so I'll be quoting quite a lot during this video, so fair warning.
I feel so close to you right now. Alright.
I could quote this whole
Now,
thing if I wanted
let's
to, I'm gonna be
meet our
honest.
8 gullible,
And there's the SpongeBob music in the
lucky
background.
contestants.
Oh, this is brilliant.
It is a time of desolation, chaos, and uncertainty. Brother against brother.
Babies. Having babies.
Sarah Palin running for the 2012 elections.
What?
And cheese is spelled CH335 Batman signal. But then, on the roof of some health hazardous sheds, comes 8 noble heroes. But we couldn't afford those guys.
They've got
so
the
we
same
just
faces.
have these morons
Jib
instead.
First, there's the star billing bastard himself.
Oh, my heart's
Thomas.
melting watching
Your
this.
applause feeds me. It feeds us so.
Oh,
And from parts unknown, the
I'm
highly
gonna
marketable,
cry.
particularly edible
Vibes.
Percy.
I'm gonna cry.
It's me because I am beautiful.
Next, he's big, he's dumb, but you just can't help but love him.
Which is the exact opposite of true.
Henry!
Who said that? Are you a ghost?
No, dude, I'm speaking to you via voiceover.
Thomas! The ceiling is talking to me again. Should I get the crazy bat?
I beg your pardon?
Anywho, up next, he's mean, he's crazy, he's German, Big Mackie, the French.
Can we just get this over with?
Jesus.
Dude, don't ruin this. The audience eats this kind of cheesy intro stuff more than old CDs.
I made Henry eat a Miley Cyrus CD once. It gave him indigestion.
Who eats a Miley Cyrus CD? I love the subtle little ear twitch. And then the Tom scream, of course.
Okay, fine. We also got Emily, James.
I'm not even gonna
and
rate
new for
this. It's
season,
just like because we
Dennis.
know how perfect this is.
Don't I at least get my own intro or
Come on.
something?
Oh, please. If we gave every season 9 through 14
she's got
characters
ADHD, my dog, I
today
swear.
their own introduction,
Oh my
we
god.
seriously would have blown our budget.
Oh,
Enough with the PBS audience babysitter. All eyes on me. All right, here's the deal. The 8 of you have been selected based on your intellect. Bravery
oh, James's face melts afterwards.
Just pee my pants!
and the disdain possibility that you all might kill each other.
Get comfy. I comfy little bugger.
How was I supposed to know that
Look
you
at Dennis.
Wars
Look at Dennis.
the pointed glass and not size spears?
To compete in the craziest, most mind-blowing challenge ever.
Oh wait, I remember that voice actress. Oh my god, what was it? It was like, oh god, who was it? It was like Emily Mavis Fab Forever or something like that. Who was it? It was like Emily the Cutie or something. I don't know. What was her name? What was her name? I've
Simple.
completely forgotten.
Whoever lasts the longest on the top of the roof wins. $1 billion.
So stupid. I'm pretty sure you can get a pineapple for less than $1 million, Henry.
Talking bad and kicking, scratching, name calling, and choking. Oh, and no hitting below the belt.
Oh!
Unless you really want to.
Group,
We are now 3
group
hours
protest.
into the contest with all 8 contestants still in the game.
Sam Max has made 3 cameos so far.
I'm a crazy peanut!
I should have picked Duncan. Hey. Oh, I love this. This next one. Well, we're waiting.
Talk.
Punch.
That's probably the only use of Thomas music we're gonna get here.
I haven't been this disappointed since I saw that poster for The Dark Knight Rises. Why does this always happen to the guy on the cereal box? But we don't have a cereal box. When the time comes, Percy. When the time comes.
I think I only just got that
and
joke.
with that, Thomas is out. Kind of sad.
Can you imagine if there were like
What's
Thomas
even-
cereal boxes? Can you imagine?
Sadder. All this
You're not quite-
has to do
I don't think you're quite Michael Vick on the pack of Weesos, but to be honest, what Thomas? But you know, you can be close. You're bigger than Michael Vick. At least you didn't do dogfighting. Jesus, if you don't get that joke, then I'm sorry.
kissed by Noah and act like a little pervert, and girls just throw their panties at him.
Think about it, people. I love how terrible that tumbleweed effect is. Just how B-Tech it
This
is.
is just pathetic. You told me that these guys would be at each other's throats by now. What's the deal?
Because there's the thing. Even if it's like very, very poorly done effects, it's kind of for a purpose. It's kind of, well, one, it's kind of for a purpose. Two, it's also revolutionary. Like, for the time, like, we didn't see anything like this. But also kind of the terribly done animation just makes it that much more random. I mean, look how terribly terrible quality the photos of the engines are.
Wait for it.
In all fairness, I would like to see one thing I'd really like to see is if this was actually done with humans. Like if I like recreated this with like some of my friends or something. Can you imagine? Can you imagine how much banter that would be? Jesus Christ.
Well, that's all the stupid I can take.
Shall we
Look
beat
at
them
that
up
eye.
simultaneously
Look at that
like
eye.
we always do? Or would you rather take turns?
Oh no. Stepping time. Why is this video here?
Finally! But it still needs a little more oompa.
I'll give you oomph. I'll give you oomph. I'll give you oomph with a side of fries and nuggets. And ooh, would you like to try a combo meal?
Ow.
Yeah,
I
I'll
hurt
have
my
a
neck.
number 10 with a,
Come on.
and a small soda.
Sorry, the answer was, of course, Larry King. But thank you for playing our game.
No worries, man. I'm actually a big fan of the show. And
I love that. That's such a. Do you know what? That feels like a kind of callback to like old kind of animation. You know, because that joke was used a lot in like old Tom and Jerry cartoons. Right, that joke of like Jackass, like someone's head just turns into a donkey real quickly. So that's a nice kind of callback to kind of old kind of animation style. Is that a verb? Tobied. Ow. Where the hell did you come from?
Why must boofy German dogs always spell our doom?
That was a Lion King.
Oh yeah. Play dead! So they will get bored and go away!
He's freaking.
They're still not tired.
Wow, who knew
Ow.
schnauzers had so much energy?
sweet! Now things are starting to get interesting. Come on, what's next? Huh?
Oh, nothing. Except for the fact that these announcers also shoot orange soda!
Oh no, stop spraying. Not take any more of this delicious orange soda flavored goo. Oh please, that's not really the best you got.
Yay! Orange soda!
Big mouth.
I hate orange soda! Although it does tenderize my skin.
Oh, what a world! Who would have thought I have used that Wizard of Oz joke? James, do something!
I think this is how I was introduced to that joke, if I'm totally honest.
Hold on, I'll go get help. Oh help! Police. Murder! Jimmy fell in the well again. My dog ate my cousin for the 8th time this week. Oh please, won't someone help us? Well, I've done all I can do.
I guess I can't say I didn't deserve it.
Uh-oh. Baby made a mess!
Okay, this has gone on far enough.
And then Whiff gets into this huge battle against the schnauzers. There's kung fu fighting, biting, and... I think Jackie Chan comes in at one point. Then everyone starts having a seizure, and then finally the schnauzers fly off into space and take over Jupiter.
No, they're dead.
Ha! Your dog intelligence is no match for my garbage engine intelligence!
Whiff?
Yes.
Oh shit! How could you? We had a deal!
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Rejected! Ow! My chances are to a million. Wait. So if you die in the game, you end up here?
Come on, do something else. Really?
Shut up! I'm on a roll!
I love Toby's southern accent.
Chris
Brilliant.
and Toby's pitiful schnauzers are no match for the fact that we just duct taped ourselves to the roof.
Guys, I think I duct taped myself to my butt.
What?
Yeah, I got no joke for that. So, remind me
I don't think
again,
anybody
how
has,
is this gonna
Mickey.
work?
Simple. Have you ever seen a dog attack a piece of duct tape?
No.
I rest my case.
I am the mighty Robotronic 50,000 AD version.
The eyes effect's very cool.
Alpha. I come here to steal your magical green potato.
Yoink.
And now I fly away with my magical robot farts. Fart!
Why does this always happen to me? Seriously, what do I look like to you people?
Oh my god, this video is incredible!
Sometimes, when you love what you do, it doesn't feel like work. You know?
No.
Am I right? Anyone?
No. 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 No.
All right then.
That's hanging.
So, you up for a coffee break?
Sweet beans!
Come on. Why does James have crab claws? Oh no! This is one of my favorite moments coming up next. This is one of my favorite moments. Oh my god. Sprinkled rain. I am just as confused as you are. Sprinkled rain.
And I thought Twister had weird weather.
It's still too good. It's still too
Okay, at
good.
this point, maybe I'm willing to admit that maybe it's time to swallow my pride. Yo, Monsieur German joke. As much as it's going to hurt my livers to say it, I suggest an alliance between you and I in order to get rid of Little Lord Cheese for Butt. Yeah, hold that thought.
Don't scream.
And why, in all my tormented, twisted little mind, would I work with you? Because it's either me or him.
Hey, look, guys! Look what I can do with my legs! I'm the evil toilet paper and I'm gonna bite your face!
Well, to tell you the truth, Marjolaine, I
there is
think
more
I'd
Thomas
rather
Wayne
increase my options.
What?
Yeah, I'm looking for Mr. James.
I already told you, Walrus Association people. I will pay my dues when you send me my free tusks.
Tusks.
Actually, you're under arrest for peeing on a Girl Scout and a whole bunch of other stuff that escapes me now.
I love how the black cop's his lips are to the side on his cheek.
Those charges were never proven! Hey, what are you doing? Let go of me! Hey, you'll never take me alive, Copper!
I swear you'll never take me alive! Even though you currently are taking me alive, and when the crap do we get policemen?
Did James really do all those things?
It's that final line at the end, it's just... When the crap do we get policemen? So... Well, there was that constable in Thomas in Trouble, in fairness.
Then there were two.
Wait a minute. Then that means... I won!
He just said, and then there were two.
Oh yeah! Oh, have you heard the latest news? I heard the latest news. It was that I won!
He looks like Dream. That facial expression there. Hang on a minute.
I heard the latest news. It was that I won!
That facial expression kind of looks like Dream.
Not yet, Mikey, my man. You still gotta beat one last competitor in order to win the Bamillion.
Boy, I've waited for Toy Story 3. I sat through Garbage Pail Kids and lived, and I managed to not want to blow my ever-loving brains out after getting that Lady Gaga song stuck in my head over.
Which one?
And over, and over,
and over, and over, and over, and over,
300 overs later.
and over! And don't think I can't outweight you and your unsuable butt. So I say, bring it on, sucker!
Yeah, but you didn't see who else made it to the final two.
Butley laugh.
Why? Who else besides me made it to the final two?
Yay! I made it to the final two with Mikey!
It's just one of those examples of just the joke going on much longer than it needs to be. And it's just so funny.
No! I'm projecting my no at you! No!
Hey Mikey, what's the final two? Does it taste like chicken dipped in chocolate?
Hurt me?
I love this game.
A few minutes later.
Hey Mikey, what are those little things at the end of your shoelaces called? I think they're called
I just always thought watching this and just thought, as long as they've been up there, I can actually relate to Mickey's and Santa's head. I can imagine just him being up there with unbearable.
How long have I been up here with this idiot demon for?
3.5 minutes.
Too long!
Going to our new rival. Life is more than mere survival. And we just might live the good life yet.
Ow.
I'm 10 when I was 8.
What is going on? This is the moment where it just starts getting weird.
A piece of bacon. And that was the best Thanksgiving
But it's so
I ever
incredible.
had.
Plain, hurting, sanity, shittling, will, strong, mind, weak. She can't take any more like this, Captain!
Moron
She's gonna
overload.
blow! There must be a large amount of stupid in the area.
The multiple
Alright,
different
Goosebumps,
crankies.
I want the whole network rebooted and running under partially insane order. Hurry up! What do you think I'm paying you for? You don't pay me. We don't even exist. We're just a clever visual metaphor used to personify the abstract concept of thought. One more clack like that and you're out of here! No, please! I have negative no kids!
Oh no, that racist scene for the Aristocats.
Cookie always wrong.
Kind of unsettling, I'm not gonna lie. Why is he dressed as a royal guard?
I can't take it anymore!
Neither can I. I love this. There's a Tom and Jerry reference here.
Gee, I'm throwing away a million dollars. But I'm happy! I'm free!
Why am I saying why?
I'll get the popcorn.
Now I know how to catch a thief.
And that's why Mavis and I are dating. So let's never talk about this again. Ever!
Wink.
Chris here. Uh-huh. I see. Fine. Looks like Mikey just met an untimely end. In a toilet. I love my job. So, looks like Henry is the winner!
And I thought Owen winning was shocking. Hey, Henry!
How was Henry won?
No, stupid. It's just us again. But the good news is, you're the winner of Rooftop Stranded!
I won? I won? Yeah! I won!
Look at me, it's
Wait, so if Henry won, then that means we get custody of the $1 million check!
Ha! In your faces! A thousand clock pot in the wild!
wild.
I gave about half my brain cells, my milk, and
Milk?
I slept with
Milk?
Helen Hunt for nothing! Yay!
Oh, did we say you win $1 million?
Yes, you said that is what you said, you said
Is
what
this-
you said.
Yeah, it's quite dated, I must say.
Yeah, we lied. Bet you didn't see that one coming. No, instead, Henry, you win this $1 billion-year-old potato chip. I think it's barbecue. Was barbecue.
Yay!
Their eyes.
Potato crumbs!
That's brilliant.
Oh, the sadness!
All these tears!
Actually, those weren't tears. But I'm not at liberty to discuss what they really were.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All the stained pants! And for what?
An old potato chip that looks like my Aunt Trixie! Only without the mustache!
The madness of reality TV! Yeah.
Sub.
So,
Whoa, dude. This is more depressing than those animal shelter commercials.
I know, I mean, hey, wait. How do you keep getting in my house?
Because nothing sells reality TV more than broken dreams, false hopes, and stained pants. From all of us at Gameshow Carnival, I'm your host, Chris McTrain, saying...
it was his idea!
Well, there's only one thing left to do. It's a glowing idiot monkey!
Yay! I love playing Pitchfork!
Taters.
It's incredibly stupid!
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Can I get my paycheck now? Seriously. Yeah.
Today's cartoon has been brought to you by the Animation Nation Army. Be tuned, get tuned, and stay tuned!
Oh my god, what a throwback. Ah, ah. I'm lost for words. It's still too good. It is the best. It is the Joey Turner is. I can't lie. Joey Turner is the best. I can't tell a lie. Joey Turner is the best. Just. It's just classic, random, stupid, but incredibly funny content. Like it's random, but there's actual intelligence behind it. Like the timing, comedic timing, and just the jokes, how they were written is just golden, absolutely golden. It's one of the best Thomas related pieces of content I've ever seen, hands down. And I'm going that bold here. Not only just because of nostalgia, but oh my god, it's just like I don't even know. I don't even freaking know. It's just so brilliant. It's just so brilliant. And I love it. I absolutely love it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. So and if Joey himself manages by some miracle to actually see this, because I know he's seen my content before. If you honestly, you are a living legend for creating this, and same applies to like the Wilsonator and everyone else that worked on this. You are all living legends. Okay, just incredible. Like an incredible piece of work that I can understand took a lot of effort and a lot of bull to get through. I'm so impressed. I'm still impressed even today. It's just an incredible. It's Joey Turner's the best. I can't lie. Joey Turner is actually the best. Like a round of applause for Mr. Joey Turner. Thank you for making my childhood. Thank you so much, dude. Right, well, it's just, what do you want me to say? It's so funny. It's just, it's so rewatchable as well. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if I watched all the way through after I finish recording. But, I miss content like this. I'm gonna be honest. I do miss content like this, but it's still around. It's been created. There was a time when this content was popular, and so content like this is still around. It's still a fun time. Like, it's still... Oh, dearie me. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this content, again, as much as I did. And I will see you guys very shortly. Thank you. And also, one final thing. I must note, I finally set up a Patreon. So, I've finally gotten around to that, but think it's optional. It's purely optional. Like, I'm not in particular, like, it would mean so much to me if you would consider supporting my channel. Like, I would love if you could consider supporting. Like, in a way other than just watching my videos, because honestly, I love this. I love doing what I do. I love watching videos like these, and I mean, yeah. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you guys very shortly, okay? Drop the video a like if you enjoy, subscribe to the channel too, think of supporting my Patreon, because if you do, you will get mentioned, you will get shouted out, in the very first episode, if shouted out at the beginning of every reaction or every video that I do, so, because this also applies to, my, my other two channels that I'll do, so, sorry if I am plugging my Patreon a bit. Again, you don't have to support to if you're struggling, like, monetarily, but, hopefully you guys... Hopefully, like, some people will support. But hopefully, you know, it's just, one can hope. One can dream. But thank you guys so much for supporting my content, and I love you guys a lot. Love you guys a lot. So I'll see you guys soon, okay?